Hello, and welcome to David's individual development commentary for the game Poltergeist. We worked as a team of 3 of this game, and here is a quick demo of just a part of the game, but more about talking in blueprints and code. So in this game, the theme of this game is you're in the slaughterhouse. You're gonna face a bunch of chickens, different chickens. You can kill some of the chickens, freeze some of the chickens, and you're gonna face like invulnerable enraged chickens that will attack at you. So what we're seeing now is like enraged chicken walk at me and start to like trying to attack me, pecking me through. But as long as we leave the site, we'll be fine. And the mana we use for this one is called willpower, and it will slowly regen over time if you pay enough attention to it. And let's jump straight into the code. So at first I built a quick code called the chicken one. The chicken one is basically the first chicken I tried to build, and then we refine them. That's what programmers do. So first of all, I have in here event tick along with a lot of other stuff, but to detect an attack, I decided to use distance calculation, which means I calculate the distance between the chicken and the player, the actor itself. And then, according to that distance, I could divide the chicken into 2 states just by creating custom events. I have chase and patrol state. So now we jump into the chase state. The chase state basically detects the distance between the player and the chicken. So that chase state would allow the chicken to detect the player's position and move towards it. And now for the patrol state is when it does not have a distance towards the player, then the chicken could move around the map on its own. So as we can see, that's how the patrol state works. We have a switch on in among a lot of variables. That means we could set the chicken's patrol spot. It could be like a rectangular, a square, or just like any shape. So the chicken would follow the path and it would not collide with the map or bump into walls, and that's one of the original design thought. Alright, jumping into chicken 3. The chicken 3 is a chicken I designed that could be freed, which in this chicken we set it as a tutorial chicken, so it can be killed. We need to set up tutorial chickens is the importance to like make player know what they're doing. The tutorial level, they need to know what they're doing. So we set up the variable called sanity, and that will be different than the HP count we used in previous chickens. Opening your holy book near a chicken that could be freed could decrease its sanity value. As you can see, we here just use a quick decrease by integer and set the sanity value, as you can see on the right, is 100, which means for each event tick it's going to decrease by 1. So if you stand there for about that like 100 event tick value seconds, the chicken will have its sanity get to 0 and be freed. Other than that, we have a lot of widget that are made by myself, but font made by my teammates, but then UI. Then the old UI version, which we put it in the beta testing version just to test out. It's still functioning code. Basically drag a value out of the first person character and just post it on it. So it will be easy for us to keep track of it. And then we have the new UI. The new UI have icons and then just good stuff. Looks more professional as a game. And it gives player a more thrill to the game as they see those icons instead of just coloring words and numbers. That's the important part of the user design as well. So quickly we're gonna talk briefly about the first person character, which is the very big blueprint we created. My teammate imported the model, which makes later they make the animation part, and I control a lot of different stuff. So first we see the MDA here, which allow us to collect data along with the game run. We did a lot of beta testing version, play testing, we can call that, throughout this game design process, and we collect a lot of valuable data. And people give critiques accordingly, we receive data accordingly, then we refine our game based on that. So MDA collects the data. And here's the set of the willpower, and the willpower slow region is set here as time. So if it's less than a certain amount, and if time passed like every 80 ticks, it will increase by 1. And then we have the float value of it. So we could set the willpower to the floating value, so it could show in the UI widget. We have game win and game lose right here. And then back to just a little bit over here, we have we have a time count system, which is really easy for us to keep track of a lot of stuff. So for example, we want to like count the distance per, or we want to, when we open the book, we decrease willpower by 5 each time. We just need a time count that counts every tick, and probably just divide 100, which means every 80 tick, every 100 tick, we execute some code. Then it comes to here. For this part, we have the quick animation for the knife swing, which we switched based on left clicks and right clicks. So each button has their own function and value. All those animations are very good in implement along with state machines. In here we have some seed code that is the implement for the chicken feed that we throw at the game that could cause a distraction to the chickens, and that's being implemented pretty well as well. Lastly, we're gonna slowly look at another part, which is the enraged chickens that we built. The enraged chickens have its invulnerability, cannot be killed, can only be distracted by the chicken feed. That part we spend a lot of time. It's a lot of challenge to us. First of all, the distance calculation, patrol, chase needs all to stay in order, but the old patrol chase should not work in the enraged chickens, and we need to make a tutorial chicken for this as well. We implement line of sight and line of sight, so the chicken could do its line trace, and also could detect a bump and then bounce it back. That's a lot of challenge and solutions we made throughout the process of making enraged chickens, and also print stream for check. But those will be get rid of when the final game is on. The final game, I'm thrilled that will be on soon. And thank you for listening to my individual development commentary.